Hey everyone, so I'm just out here at the moment where we're building our studio. I don't think it's going to be ready for tonight's live, but anyway, what I wanted to do is I just want to have a quick chat about. It's all over the news, it's all over the media about the Labour Party sleaze, people taking money left, right, and centre. What do these donors want? People are tracing these places back, to like, for example, some donors. It's just like a limited company with one director, and they're giving a lot of money away. So where's this money coming from? What's it going to? Why are they doing that? Guys, the way money works, what people, and again, I don't mean to like insult anyone, but the way money works, it's a transaction. I give you money, you give me something in return. That is the only way money works. That's why it was invented, that's why it's used, and that's why it will continue to be used. So, first of all, people are missing the main question. Why is this money being given? What's in return? I don't believe donors just give money for nothing. You think about these people who've got to positions of power, where they can give hundreds of thousands of pounds away. Did they get in that position of power and amass that amount of money by giving it away? No, of course not. So what are they wanting in return? Nobody's talking about that. And the other thing that I find really, really terrifying is, why is nobody talking about this Lord Ali? He's popping up all over the place, and not one mainstream media outlet are covering it. Guys, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to give you the connections. I want you guys to go and do the searching yourselves, go and try and find out who he is, who he's been associated with, companies he's worked for. When you talk about companies people have worked for, look who owns those companies, who they associate with. And all this, people are talking about, guys, my hair needs cutting, and probably a wash. And people are talking about, like reform and how reform are going to change everything. Guys, it's the system that's broken. It is. It's the system that's broken. The problem is we're in late stage capitalism, and we're also in late stage democracy. So each and every politician now has to be bought by someone. If you want to stand, you either have to be independently wealthy, or you have to be sponsored by someone. Now, if you get sponsored by someone, what do they want in return? Do they think you're just a cool guy and they like you? Maybe, that may be the case. But the reality is, guys, what we've seen over the past, since Keir Starmer, what's his name? Since Free Gear Keir came in, we have just seen time and time again, it's like every day something comes out. I mean, there was somebody on the news today, guys. I can't remember. I think it was like I think it was Rachel Reeves. I only caught the back end of it, and she was saying that, she took a donation to pay for her birthday party. I mean, like, is there no shame to these people? Do they not do they not have any integrity? I mean, of course, that's a rhetorical question. But the problem with politics, it's full of politicians. Now, we're going to need something drastic in this country if we want to take back control of our country. And guys, the more we move forwards, I think, how do I put this? I think the trust that people are putting and the hope people are putting in reform, it's misplaced. I think people are going to be putting a lot of energy, but again, and it's not reform as such, it's the whole system. It's the system that they would have to fit into to become, to gain power if they want power, and it's that system that's the corruption. You can't blame Keir Starmer for taking freebies. You can't blame Angela Rayner. You can't blame any of their top team. So it's the system that they're adhering to. It's the system that they are subscribing to. That is the main problem, guys. Rank and file, cut and shut. It's the system. Now, I don't know what the solution is. I've toiled myself. Should Britain be a republic? I certainly think, I'm certainly not seeing the utility at the moment in the royal family. I mean, I think we went through a huge epoch, and it was like I think it was more like a spiritual change when the Queen died. I know a lot of people felt that. And we have just been sliding downhill ever since. When you go and get a job, if I don't know if any of you listening to this have, but if you go and get a job for the British Embassy anywhere, one of the things they'll tell you is your job now is to So it's something like it's to orderly oversee the deconstruction of the British Empire. And that's not a nice thing to hear, guys. It's not a nice thing to hear. You know, especially if you're British. You know, where does this lead us? Where does this lead us in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time? What is the United Kingdom going to look back like? If you've ever seen pictures of Iran, 1970, 1960s, 1960s Iran, go guys, go and look at, do it yourself. Go and search pictures of Iran 1960s. You know, and then the Islamic clerics took over in 1979. Go and look at that. Look at what Iran is like now. Now the Islamic clerics have took over. Are we going to be looking back at pictures of the United Kingdom in like 20, 30 years time, saying, you know, look at 90s Britain. Look how it was. Look what a bustling, beautiful place 90s Britain were. People were listening to Oasis, you know, Iron Maiden. Probably limited to people listening to Iron Maiden. You know, people were enjoying themselves. People were free. People had money. People did what they wanted. Everybody got along. And then, you know, and then we're going to see the chain of events that could potentially lead to our downfall. I don't think we're there yet, because there's, you know, there's embers of resistance. There's embers of people who want to do the right thing. There's embers of selfless people. And guys, we're moving through a phase in our existence now that we're going to look back on this, and this is either going to be, you know, a British moment of triumph, or it's going to be the moment we slid down into the dark abyss of who knows what. But anyway, guys, that was the jux of this video. You know, people are complaining about these donations, but people are missing the point. You know, we're missing the point of why are these donations being given in the first place? What is wanted in return for that donation? You know, and it's the whole system that's set up. It's not just one party. It's not just one person. It's not just somebody taking 14 grand for a birthday party or whatever off a donor. Oh, nice donor. Oh yeah, these donors don't want anything, but then they move in with the feather touch. Guys, absolutely wild times ahead, and literally from today the days get darker. Anyway, guys, I'm going to mag to grid because I'm going to go to the gym. We're going to be live tonight at 8. Don't forget to be there. We're going to be answering all your questions. You know, we're going to be going. We may even go on a wild detour. Last night we were doing lots of stuff, guys. We went totally on a tangent. I didn't even get to finish all my topics yesterday because the conversation just went wild, guys. Don't forget to be there tonight at 8 on this platform, guys, because we're going live and we answer all your questions. Guys, I'm going to mag to grid. I'm on my phone and I'm not sure how I do this. Yeah, that one.